Shweta, first of all, thank you for having me, and I agree with Captain Khalid and Captain Dhalla on this. Look, it's not just a domino effect. This ripple effect or the domino effect happened because 60% of the flights got cancelled due to the FDTL, and rest of the 40% were because of the recent A320 groundings by the Airbus because of the solar flare incident, and then because it's a bad weather condition outside, there's a lot of fog, and then there are other conditions because of it. The rest 40% happened. So more than 1,230 cancellations have happened so far in Indigo in November itself. Now, all the the passengers who are at the stranded at the airport, you can look at their plight. Okay, one of the major issues which come into play is the similar incident which happened with Air India a few days back, where they were shamelessly found flouting the rules of a single A320 flying 8 times after the ARC has expired. This is another incident which came into play now with Indigo, but who's at the suffering end is always the passengers. It was 1st June 2024 when the rules of the FDTL were supposed to be changed and implied, and they were well in line with all the airlines. It means Captain Dalla, as he told, he was in the team of the formulation of the rules. These rules were formulated way back. So they had a 2-year lead time, but every time the rules were supposed to be implied, these people come in, they go to the court or they start shouting that we do not have ample manpower. But now, when the rules are finally implied and the courts are not listening, they will need more than 15 to 20% manpower immediately, and all the crew reserve have to be brought into play right now just to sort out this particular condition at hand. We are not even thinking of the future where they need to ramp up the hiring. So their old strategy of maintaining a very strict lean manpower and not hiring, not increasing the pace, that's all gone. They have to now change the rules, or otherwise the airlines will go for a toss. So I'll say that the government really has no option right now, because after 2-year lead time and given so many options to all the airlines, listening to them and then setting the rules according to them, especially after the AI 171 incident. Now again, government has really no options, because the criticality at hand is that as of now, all the flights which have been cancelled, the shortage of the crew, which is right now there, has to be sorted in next 48 to 72 hours. So that's why with Indigo being the major airlines, they have to actually listen to the Indigo staff and understand what's the problem. So again, the exemption is simply an extension which is given by the government, because there is really nothing they can do at this stage. However, we should ensure, or the government should ensure, that none of the airlines are taking their rules for granted and the ministry for granted, the way it has been happening in last couple of months with majorly all the airlines.